Really want Cody Rhodes to go over, but he's not going to. The Miz dropped the title again because of going to do this Christmas film or whatever, so I think it's going to be Miz going over Cody. Unfortunately, Cody could do with a push.
I personally want Cody Rhodes to go over. He's a better wrestler, much better in the ring, more interesting to watch. Miz, recently, kind of boring. Looked like he was getting a push because the Marine 3 was coming out. Raw after WrestleMania, though, lost to Wade Barrett pretty quickly, pretty handily. I'm going to stick with Cody Rhodes as my prediction.
Yeah, the pre-show. Why are they having a match pre-show? I don't know. WWE booking, Miz will go over because they seem to like jobbing Cody out nowadays. So, yeah. Well, pre-book, Miz wins. Hopefully something decent happens in it. I trust they can have a good match, but in my opinion, these two should be far, far higher up the card than they are.
Now, this one I found hard at first, because obviously, initially, three-way match, easy to call. This time, Alberto Del Rio. Because they've done all the talking about the fact he's not had his rematch, he was the old champion, etc. Jack Swagger's the one that took him out so that he could be pinned by Ziggler. I think more people will enjoy a match between Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio because they're both more interesting to watch in the ring than Swagger.
This one's going to be hard to tell. I think it's going to be Swagger for two reasons. We're going to get Del Rio to get his rematch for the belt anyway, so we're back to a triple threat match if Swagger wins it. And if they want to, when Ziggler comes back, if he comes back face, then they can do a Ziggler turn with Swagger.
Yeah, this used to be the three-way ladder match that I was really looking forward to, but because of Dolph's concussion, that's not happening now. So now we have a number one contender I Quit match. To tell the truth, not really that interested in this match. I've seen these two fight lots of times since WrestleMania. The WrestleMania match didn't really inspire me that much. And they had a really good match on SmackDown about 2 weeks ago. But, you know, can they pull the hat out of the bag for a third time? Can they pull the rabbit out of the hat for a third time? We'll find out. Anyway, my picks on Del Rio for the obvious reasons of they're not going to send a heel to face a heel for the next pay-per-view.
I think Mark Henry's going to win this one so that he can then go on to challenge Cena. That's really it. It's just building up for that moment because these matches have really kind of got nothing to do with each other.
Now, my particular pick for this match is Sheamus. Why? Because he's the face, and let's face it, Mark Henry went over WrestleMania. It's a hard one to call. I mean, Henry does have this push going at the moment where he's the big, bad villain, but then you have the WWE booking of the faces must be protected at all times, and Sheamus is one of those guys who doesn't lose very often on TV, or on pay-per-view at all. So I'm going to go with Sheamus for my prediction for this, purely for basic WWE booking. And let's face it, everything to do with this match is basic WWE booking. They're only feuding because they hate each other, and Henry one day decided to spear him in the back. Yeah, there we go.
Again, hard to call. My gut says Sheamus. The build-up has been mostly Henry orientated. I'm not entirely sure what Sheamus may have been doing in between. Perhaps he was slightly injured from all the welts and stuff he got from the beating from the belt. But, particularly with Mark Henry breaking that record at SmackDown, I think that might be bigging up Sheamus, ready for a push for Ziggler's title in the end. So, Sheamus.
Randy Orton versus The Big Show. Now, we've had these two interacting lots on TV over the weeks, and it's been mildly entertaining, but again, just no interest in this match whatsoever. It's weird. Big Show had such a good build during the year, but now he's just sort of pilted out. He's in the mid-ground again, you know? I don't know. Anyway, so my prediction, I don't know. I'm going to go for Randy, because he hasn't won much, and I'm guessing they're going to build him up for a run against Dolph Ziggler. So I don't think Del Rio's going to get the title back. I reckon the next program will be Dolph Ziggler versus Randy Orton. I reckon that's the program.
I'd like Big Show to win, but it's going to be Randy Orton just because there are too many heels going over in this pay-per-view. They just need a couple of faces to win.
Orton versus Big Show has kind of come out of nowhere, even more than Henry and Sheamus. They had their thing at WrestleMania, but it was always all the announcers are talking about how, Sheamus didn't trust the Big Show, Sheamus didn't trust the Big Show, Randy Orton's the one that got him in. So it kind of feels just thrown together for this event. I think Big Show, because we're going to need another heel that's doing well. Big Show, ex-champion reasonably recently. Big Show could do with a push again.
Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Now, I am looking forward to this match. I think if they give him more time than they had at WrestleMania, they can put on a real good classic. Who's going to go through? I perceive Jericho. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jericho going over Fandango, because it's again WWE booking. They somehow, for some reason, don't like to book their heels too strong against faces. But then Chris Jericho is technically a part-timer in WWE, so it may not be in his favour. So, but I'm gonna go with Jericho because he needs a big win coming back. He hasn't had one yet.
Chris Jericho. Fandango's good. He's gone over brilliantly. Chris Jericho's slight tweener turn at the end of Raw after his embarrassment with the whole dance-off thing. I think Jericho's going to go over.
Same as the Triple H Brock Lesnar match. If Jericho doesn't lose to him, it just kind of seems a bit weird why they had the big WrestleMania match and they've had all this build-up for a month and then it doesn't go anywhere. So I can see Jericho putting him over.
Dean Ambrose. All the way. He's had lots of singles pushes recently, even against The Undertaker. He may have lost the match, but he did it well. And I think the Shield are a strong entity at the minute, and it would be such a shame to just crush the top heels so quickly.
It's going to be Dean Ambrose. Shield's going to hold all the belts tonight, and they're going to clear up.
Again, it's another match I'm sort of looking forward to, mainly because I think Dean Ambrose is the man and his finisher is sick as hell, the front face DDT. But then we got Keith Kingston, who, let's face it, is bland on legs. It's weird with Keith, they seem to lose interest in him and then they just decide to give him a title again. It's weird. But anyway, I'm going to go with a clean win for the Shield on this night, and then the next night on Raw, the engraved in gold is, I think, DX. Paved in gold is DX used to say.
Shield again. Same reasons. They're a good group and the potential for a stable is too high. I think it would be so good to get a couple more members in, turn them into a proper faction. Like the Nexus and the Core, but a lot more impressive in the ring. Shield.
Now, this is a match I'm really looking forward to. Team Hell No versus two members of the Shield. What's going to happen? The Shield's going to win. I think it's their time for a title. They need a bit of weight. They need to have that feud starter, not just coming down through the crowd anymore. They need to be the team that people are going after. And I think this is going to see them on top. And I think it's Daniel Bryan and Kane's time now. They've had a good run. I think it was almost 9 months since they won it last August. Christ, it's a long time. But so my prediction is the Shield, and I think it's going to be a barn burner, as my good old friend JR used to say.
Going to have to be the Shield. I like Team Hell No. It's about time they drop the titles and then see what happens to the dynamic of the team anyway. I think they might stay together, especially get some revenge on the Shield. But Shield are going to walk out tonight with 3 belts, and maybe either Brock Lesnar or Ryback in their corner as well.
Third time's a charm, as they say, and well, it kind of needs it. To me, the WrestleMania match for a while, an entertaining scrap was okay. The SummerSlam match before, for some reason, didn't do anything to me. So hopefully this time something will happen in this match, or something exciting to draw you in. Because let's face it, the last two matches have really been 15-minute power slogs and then a good 5-minute finish to the end to get us all excited. So what do I think is going to happen? I think Brock's going to go over. Because that's what Triple H doesn't need the wins. Brock has lost, out of the 3 matches he's had since he's come back, he's lost 2 of them. He needs his wins. He needs to beat himself back up. And there's a rumour of him going on to Rocky, a Rocky feud starting at SummerSlam for next year's WrestleMania is going to happen. Brock needs to beat Triple H. So that's my pick.
Going to have to be Brock Lesnar, because if not, why not? Booking it just for Triple H to go over doesn't make a lot of sense.
Cena. Ryback's character has been underused and is getting on my nerves, and I suspect the collective nerves of the WWE Universe. Listening to the crowd reactions, maybe they're pumping in more cheers for Cena to make it sound like he's more of a face, but even at WrestleMania, you could always hear the boos. Always. Ryback, start of the feud, getting lots of cheers. Now, not going down well. I don't think people like the character shift for him. Cena.
Yeah, Cena. No way about it. There's no way Ryback's going to win the title. They're not going to put it on him. Cena's just got it. They've just spent 6 to 4 months. Cena going to win. Don't need to say more about it. If you're going to put the title on Ryback now, you're freaking joking. Cena's injuries are fake. Ryback's motivations for challenging Cena are pretty crap. But yeah, so same as always. Cena, the underdog. Cena goes over. And Ryback, any momentum he has got, totally disappears as he slides down the card. Welcome to the WWE John Cena universe.
I want Ryback to win, but he's not going to. It's going to be Cena, and he's going to go up against Mark Henry next time. So